all did for us this year, be it videotaping the games, having the scorekeeper, towels, just whatever you did. Just thank you for your support this year. This was a very interesting group to start off with, but definitely family, definitely family, definitely family. Sometimes in your family, and all families, you know, you have a little, you have a little bit of this, you have a little bit of that. But I tell you, young ladies, they pulled through, and you know, we can talk about what they did on the floor. Finished 20-6, got to the second round of the playoffs. Beat everybody in the county. That's one of our goals every year. You know, play the game on TV, which is the first ever in this county, having the game on TV, live TV. That's why I was watching it yesterday. I was kind of bored in my office, so I watched it again. But, you know, this is the credit of you all. You know, you all did this. So definitely like to thank each and everybody for the part that y'all played this year. One of the things I always try to do to make sure, you know, we kind of understand each other, and we really didn't get a chance to do it till late in the season, but we would come in here and we'll play basketball charades. So basically, you gotta come in here and you gotta do something that somebody on the team does. And of course, pretty much what everybody did, and we have to guess it. Just like in class, you gotta raise your hand, you blab it out, it's a down and back, ain't it right, Chris? And if you miss it, it's a down and back. But y'all remember what y'all did for me? Pretty much the whole game, they was watching me on the sideline. So it's just fun. So just love to have fun with the young ladies. I think Clayton did it, I think Jerriana did it. They all picking on me and stuff. But one thing I tell you, when I'm on this sideline, that's just my safe haven. That's where I love to be. That's where I love to be. Today, just today, sitting outside and testing, I got a text message from a Clayton police officer saying that a Smithfield police officer had been stabbed. And when I read the name, you know, it was my cousin. It's on the news and everything that a Smithfield police officer, you know, got stabbed today. And, you know, his family, his mom didn't know what was going on. The Smithfield police chief and a couple of police officers were trying to get, you know, in contact with the mom or whatever. So, you know, I picked up the phone and I immediately called my first cousin just to say, hey, you know, your son had been stabbed today. Knowing I didn't know what kind of condition he was in or anything. But a few minutes ago, I just left his house, he's doing well, and it just made me think. I mean, we just never know. And as I tell the young ladies, when we play this game of basketball, you know, just don't take it for granted. Don't take anything for granted. Then you look at the news and what happened in Texas, second, third, and fourth graders. You know, and the real reason, you know, I kind of be so hard on them is because every day, breakfast time, their PE, and then at lunchtime, I make sure I go spend some time with some kids here that don't know what day of the week it is. People have to feed them. And they'll do anything to be in their shoes right here. So that's why I just tell them, you know, don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. I know Lacey, Jerriana, they're pretty much, you know, they go see them kids every day also. So that's just my little spiel of, you know, when we play, we practice, we go hard. And we shouldn't make excuses. Because there are some parents who probably wish their child was able to do what these young ladies do. That's just me in a whole nutshell. You're blessed. We're not going to make any excuses. No matter if we win one game, or we win 5 games, or we win 20 games. That's just me. And I spend time with them kids every day. Every day. Just to let us know that this right here, this is a blessing. All right, that was my little speech. Anyway, the young ladies for this year. First time varsity player, freshman. She got the keys to the car and had to drive these young ladies all the way to a 20-6 record. I'll talk about Miss Caitlin McCord a little bit later. First time varsity player here, so she earns a letter, even though she lettered at another school down the street, wasn't able to play last year, but definitely came in this year and made herself known, and she's gonna have a great summer this summer. And as she leave out next year, she'll be definitely one of the players to be reckoned with. This is Kayla Roberts' son. All right, another first-year varsity player. Didn't play last year, but came out this year. And first year on varsity. Never gave up. Probably didn't play as much as she wanted to play, but she didn't give up. Lasia Williams. All right, second year varsity players. This young lady was funny. I didn't think she was, but she's funny. She'll stand behind the arc. She'll shoot the three-pointer. One thing she did every day after practice, no matter how much we ran, if I got on her, it didn't matter. She would come up to me and say, "Thank you, Coach Lee," every day. Some days I'm like, "You're saying thank you?" But it's just a testament of her. She did it every day. Every day at the end of the practice. Thank you, Coach Lee. Miss Lacey Strickland. All right, another young lady, second year of varsity. As I said last year, we didn't have a JV team, and I had 3 seniors that didn't even play last year. So it made some of my younger players, had to step up last year. This young lady, got thrust into a role real quick. Okay? I've seen her grow up from gay to now she's about one of the tallest on the team. This is gonna be a big summer for her. Sometimes I just forget, that hey, even this year she's just a sophomore. Big things are going to come out of Miss Savannah Jenkins. All right, other 2-year varsity players. Another silent one. Didn't talk much. Funny too, though. She was fun in her moments. But definitely a young lady who her JV role. She was called to do more, and then her varsity role, it was a little different. But she still played her role, still did what she had to do, still had a great attitude. Miss Kai Mitchell. Another 2-year varsity player. Sometimes you just gotta have some fun. You gotta have some spark. No matter if it's good, if it's bad, you gotta have some spark. You watching the Golden State, you watching Draymond Green, you gotta have some spark on your team. I remember when this young lady was running around Clayton High School, when her mom was here and as assistant principal, she taught before then. She just ran around here. One year she came to basketball camp, the smallest thing in here, feisty. Feisty. Won't go listen to some of the older girls up here, but feisty. Gotta have that feistiness. And from then on, her mom used to always say how she's dribbling the ball at home, she's working on her game, and she definitely did that. She worked on her game, she played hard, she did what she had to do. Miss Marissa Andino. Last but not least, young lady's 3rd year on varsity. She's a 3-year varsity can say, before I even talk about her, it's good when your team can celebrate the success of your teammate. Instead of envy, instead of be jealous. And one of the biggest moments this year was when Dariana actually scored a 1,000 point, had over 500 rebounds, and we celebrated her right here on the floor. Just the look of the crowd, of the bench, on how they celebrated Dariana. Over 1,000 points, 500 rebounds. This year, Dariana was runner-up, player of the year. She was senior point guard. Probably got over, I don't know how many, about at least 15 now Division I offers. Okay? And just a real quick story. And I tell the college coaches, I tell them. I don't even think she know I tell them, but I tell them, but this is a credit of who she is. I watched Dariana play in the 7th and 8th grade down at Smithfield Middle. Okay? Where down there, she was so better than everybody, it was so easy. That it was just like, I'm just better than everybody, so I'm just good. I'm cocky good. So her attitude was different. That summer, she started playing with the Garden Flames, and I think it humbled her just a little bit. And one thing that I tell college coaches, she works. Putting her on the line, going wall to wall, that's not punishment. That's motivation for her. She works. No one hasn't given her not one thing. She works. Last but not least, 3-year varsity player, Dariana Howard. All right, real quick, I'm also in their package. They got their letters. Some of them got letters. Some of them got second-year pins, third-year pins, and but all of them were academic all-conference, so they have a certificate for that also. Each year, the conference gives out a few awards that are nominated by the coaches. This year's award that each school gets represented is the Sportsmanship Award. I just talked about this young lady a minute ago. She received a role well, she played it. So this year's Greater News Conference Sportsmanship Award is going to go to Mr. Ty.
Yeah.
By finishing second this year in the conference, we got 2 all-conference awards. This year's all-conference is voted on by the other coaches in the conference. We're going to go to freshman point guard, Clayton McCoy. And junior forward, Dariana Howard. We did have Kayla Robinson make honorable mention all conference, so her name was mentioned, and she did get some votes. Last thing I'm going to do, before I sit down, each year, we're almost made to give out plaques to individuals, okay, based on whatever. Always preach team, but we're made to give out these awards. I could have gave everybody on the team an award. Definitely could have did that. This year, one of the coaches award, I'm gonna give to a young lady who was definitely a little Miss Feisty, okay? But as a senior leader, she led to the best of her ability, even when she wasn't playing much. She still led. So one of the coaches award, we're gonna go to this year, senior guard, Marissa Anthony. Over the last few years, of course, because of COVID, half a year, really didn't have a year. So a lot of these players, didn't really get that full development on really playing and, reaching their, maximum potential or whatever. Here again, this young lady, the role that she played it well. It wasn't but one time during her career in varsity that I called to play for her. And that was senior night. But still, she went hard, she played hard, she was coachable. Another coach's award when it goes to Mrs. Kyle Mitchell. Last but certainly not least, this last coach's award. Go to a young lady who I never forget, first day of practice, right here on the floor, after everybody, had finished running sprint, not ready to get it in, she was still kind of running, and after we got it up in the middle, and I told everybody, let's go home or whatever, I kind of pulled the young lady to the side, and we had a little talk. She was like, Coach, I want to finish when I started. And that has resonated with me, even on my daily journey. She wasn't going to quit, no matter how hard it was, how hard it was going to get. And I would never, ever, ever forget that. And I never, ever forget that statement. But that's just life. It's easy to quit. It's easy to quit. But the last coach's award is going to Miss Alicia Williams. All right, before I take my seat, I definitely like to thank the boys basketball program. We're Clayton basketball, not girls, not guys. We're one basketball program. Ride to the games together. They'll cheer for us, we'll cheer for them. They got scared of players this year. We were going to play them, but they didn't want to play. But I'm just messing. But just joking. But last but not least, we were scheduled tonight to eat, but we couldn't get in the cafeteria. The soccer team, they beat us in there. But what I'm telling you, young ladies, got to do it one day next week. Can't do it Tuesday night. Got to cancel me. Possibly Wednesday, Thursday. Let's go eat. Go out, we're gonna go eat. All right, that's how we're gonna finish up. Let's go out and eat. Hopefully everybody else can come in tonight. We're gonna go out and eat. That's how we're gonna finish up our season. We got money in our account that y'all raised, so that food is gonna be taken care of. So I just want to let everybody know that. Also, we're gonna have schedules going out tomorrow. Summer league in the summer. I'll email it to everybody. Let's give the young ladies another hand, please.